Hello once again, everybody, and welcome back to some more StoneBlock4. I am Towkn, and as you can see behind me, we now have lava generating faster because I decided to go ahead and make lava cows. Yeah, because we might need a lot more lava. We might, I don't know. I'm not sure completely if like this sulfuric acid, this liquid sulfuric acid we got here, be usable via the way we want. So this is still making that number's going down. That's making brine. Getting the brine, but it's then not going in there. Or is it all just... Why does it say errored? Not enough. Um, why isn't this making lithium then? Accepts tags, blah blah blah. So it should be making it. It's got a high enough temperature. Let's see if I go here and turn that off real quick. Yeah, this should be working. Why is this not working? Going on here then? But break that and reconnect that and that. Put that down in there, and then that is now doing that. Okay, so something just happened there, and that's about it. Let's see if I get in here. Click on this thing from somewhere. If we get here, click that. There we go. Boom, boom. Done. We can hit that in there. For that, we'll start making lithium, and of course, I don't remember if we actually had none of. Do we have these? Yes, we have 16 and 30 of them. Okay, so we do have those in there. That is now, assuming, processing here and going up and up and down and up and down. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't look like it's going fast enough. It looks like, oh, it's probably this thing here. So we'll go like this. Go like that. That back in there. That's now putting water in there. That should be working. That should be working. That should be working. This should technically be going up. And it is. Okay, good. That is now going up. We are getting that again to be able to keep making more of the DT fuel. Nice. Perfect. Okay. So next thing we need to work on then is going to be stuff. We're going to need to click on this. We're going to need to make some of these. Whole radiation suit. Some other thing. Let's go ahead and click on here. Actually, let's go like this again. Click here first. So we click on here. So we're going to need to make a chemical dissolution chamber and an isotopic centrifuge. So go back in here now and go chem, cal, chemical infuser, oxidizer, chamber, dissolution chamber. Okay, so we're going to need some of those. Let's go ahead and press A on that to put it on the side so we can see what we need. And then we need an iso topic thing. So that we'll press A on that. So we're going to need some of these. Go ahead and go in here. Scroll down to mechanism. Where we have this, where we go like this, and we're going to say 20 of these. Can we make 20 of those? No, we can't because we're missing alloys and stuff like that. Never did really set up to be able to make because it's a pain in the butt because I can't figure out for sure how to do some stuff. So let's quickly jump into here. Go copper. Take out some copper. I am also going to go ahead and like this and break that. And go like this and say ITEM. Grab some item things. Yeah, actually, honestly, probably could just type in PIP types because I want to grab some of these out as well. Then go like this. And we can then grab a test barrel. Do we have any barrels? Barrel. Don't see any barrels. Go ahead and type in test. We can grab. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna grab 2 of them. Go like this, then we can put that there and that there. Go ahead here. Tell it to take out of there. Then we go like this. Boom, boom. This back down right here. For now. And if I go like this, throw this in there, that'll do that. And we actually need, I was like, why is it not taking it out? Need that to be an output. Take it out. Same with this one. Why is that? Oh, I'm confused. Oh, never mind. That's wrong one. Done. On this one, there we go. Change that to an out. There we go. Perfect. Do it with this one as well. We click on this. That to an output. Click on this. Change that to, yeah, whatever. Like that. Change that to an output. Energy gets from all sides still. Okay, perfect. Then we can just go like this. Let that transfer all those down. Do the same thing here. That for a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. So with that, got that. We now have a bunch of these. We could then go to the diamond one. Throw it in there. And then, of course, sadly, we are out of diamond. Get that. So we do need to get more reinforced diamond dust, which does kind of suck. I think our crusher... where did we put our crusher to? I don't remember where I put the crusher at. I put it over here. Is it one of these things now? No. Don't really remember where I put the crusher, guys. Not there. It's not there. Don't see it there. Not back here with this mess of stuff. Not there. Huh. Where did I put it? Is it not here? Not there. I don't see that stuff. Don't see stuff. I thought I put all. I thought I even put the crusher back down. Is a question now. B. Not in here, so it had to have been put back down someplace. Put it over here. No, I don't see it there either. You know what? Let's just make a new one. Let's just make a new one. Oh, go in here, crush. I'm pretty sure I could still technically get these ultimate crushing factories, right? So basic crusher will go like that. We'll just make a new one. We'll put all that back up in there. Or sadly, we now have two lava eggs because they couldn't go back into the system. That's fine because we can just come here, place them down inside that lava. But go in here, you type in here, right? Scroll down, we scroll down. There are these things here: basic tier, advanced tier, and ultimate tier. I could buy the ultimate tier for 115 from the catalyst. Let's go to the catalyst guy real quick. So spawn. Granted, I could just make it too. And then we will catalyst, where I could go to this, and we could go and find elite tier. There we go, ultimate tier. We'll go ahead and buy one of those. Is there anything else in here that's useful? Mithril, no. No. Nope. That might be. I still don't know how to use them though. Life and death. Give some stuff. Yellow trace we knew much about. Blah blah blah. And then a basic diamond. I think I want two of those. Make that chest diamond. Okay, so then we go like that. We can head home, where we go like this and bring this up here. Make that like that. So we got lots and lots of space in there. Then, pretty sure what I'm going to do and do this. What's this again? Oh, yeah, it's a simple, not even that thing. Break that. We'll break that. Break that. Let's go grab some power again. Way down here. Go grab some power. Here. That here and put that right there. Hello, sir. How are you doing back there today? We go like that. Now, if I go like this, I shift click on that. Can I not do that? Here, if I put this in here. Oh, okay. How do we use way to get them? Do I need to mechanism ultimate tier? Do I need to do a basic tier installer first? I might. So let's just go ahead and grab this. 2 and 2 of those. So honestly don't know where some of that's at. I thought it was on this wall right here. Yes, it is. Okay, so we got 1, 2 of these. 2 of these. 4 of those. We will then head to the world engine real quick. I don't feel like making a pattern for something so simple. I just want to see if it works. Go here. Once this is make it, then we will head back home. I don't accidentally click E at the same time as trying to move forward. So if I go like this, there we go. Okay, so yep, so we do have to do each one first. Okay, so that is good to know. But by doing that, we now have the ability to do a lot more at once. Good. But I'm assuming I can't just do straight to basic. Okay, so we do need to do these other ones. We need the advanced one. So with that being the case, let's go ahead and come over here. This being the case, we can now come over to this. Make one of these. Go like that. Go like this. Like this. Only need these ones. We don't need the ultimate now. But yeah, so we just need those. So we can go like that. We can get back to the world engine. Actually, you know what? I want to check something. If I go here and we press U on this, right? You can make the wireless ultimate terminal by getting a wireless pattern access, right? So if we click on here, press A on there, and we go like this. Click here. What do we need to do that? We need here. So that we need to make another ME pattern access terminal. To do that, we need some more of these, some of these, so this. Let's go ahead and make a bunch more quartz glass real quick. Throw that in there. Then click here, click here, click here. Make these. Don't go in our system because we don't have the space for it apparently. Then we click here, click here. No, wrong button. We want to click on this because we want this. We want the pattern access terminal. To do that, we're going to need to make another pattern provider. We apparently don't have any patterns in here. So we'll need pattern provider. We can just go ahead, tell that to make one of those. That back up there. Then we click on here, and once that pattern is done, why is it not done? It should be done. If it's in one of these, I don't even remember where it goes. That's the crafting pattern. Did it? We should have had a spot for patterns to go. So we do have extended pattern provider already. Why is it saying it's caught up? There's the stupid creepers again. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so I don't know what's caught up. So it's caught up trying to do probably our crafting silicone plates. Why is it caught up crafting the silicone plates? That makes no sense because it could easily have just done that. Why is it idle? I am confused. Why is this thing idle? Have power to it. And everything, right? We used it once before. I don't know. I'm gonna do this. Grab these 10 cards out of here. We're gonna break it because there's power to it. See it right there. We're gonna go like this. That down right there, and it still says idle. Why does it say idle? Something is wrong. I mean, I should be able to go like this and get fabric circuit. My circuit fabricator is broken. Okay, so it says according to this, we need 19 sheet metal, 1 mysterious cube, and 3 vibrant glass. Right? Right. And if we click on here, I mean, it got power, but it's hard to tell. So 1, 2, 3. Of course, you know what we could do. Oh, it says we're missing one right there. Okay, so we're missing a blue sheet metal. But do we have a blue sheet metal in here? BLU. So somehow we are missing a blue sheet metal. Okay, so if we do that, it's now making it. Okay, perfect. But it's not putting it back out into there. Why is it not putting it back out into there? Okay, click on this. Output into the front. Automatic. There we go. Okay. Okay, perfect. That's what it was. We were somehow missing a thing. So now I should be able to come over here. Click on this. Didn't have to come all the way over, right? Here. Make this. Okay, and then with this, I press U on that. This is the wireless one. Can I just that to make? I can just use that one to make the ultimate one. So I should be able to just press U on this. What do we need? We need one of these. Need some of these. Let's go ahead and say 10. Start. Okay. Then we need U on this. That. Perfect. Grab that. U on this. And that's just a dense energy cell. Go to this. Click dense energy cell. Click next. Click start. Goes back in there. And press U on this. Grab this. Go. Should now be able to take this out of here. So make our wireless universe. Actually, you know what? I do think I want to go like this first. Press this button. Take these out just in case something happens. Because I have to bother with making them again. And if we click on here, go like this. Make the wireless universal terminal. Put it right there, and then hit this button. And put that in there, and this here in there. I should also now be able to look at this. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we have that. So we do have a crusher somewhere. As I said, there's a crusher somewhere. I was pretty sure we hooked it up somewhere. I just don't know where it got hooked up to. Probably, I was gonna say it might be back there, but I don't think it is. Not right here next to that. Huh. Oh well, regardless, we can now go ahead, click on this, and we click on this, we can access our pattern terminal. We go down and find the one that says like other, something like that, right? Dummy, right here. So dummy, you got this one here. I'm assuming second one down here is going to be the one. Put these here in like so. Then we could go back to here and go back to crafting. Find them in here where we're going to need basic, advanced, elite. And we will click start on that where it will make one elite. Right, it should be able to do that. It's crafting it now. So I didn't want to hit cancel. I wanted to, I think it hit cancel for that. So actually, yeah, let's go ahead and say one next. That. And we'll wait for it to be done. And it actually might have been done. But then we'll also go ahead and say this one will probably need to go to our world engine to grab these out. Back here. Yeah, we ended up making 2 of them. Oh well. Definitely not gonna make it back to the time. Here. Home. Yeah. I would love to make an item buffer for that, but it's a little bit harder to make. Actually, no, I could. I could make an item buffer for that. So anything that goes into there using the things, I could tell it to maybe I don't know. I don't know. But let's go ahead and grab this advanced here, run it over here, shift click on that, shift click on that, and shift click on that, and look at all that space we now have. Now, if I wanted to, I could go like this, go in here and type in diamond, and change this back to craftable sword. Take out a bunch of diamond, throw them all in there. And go like this, throw this in here, and this in here. Let's type in at mech. No, we don't. I wasn't sure if I still had speed and energy. Go in here and click on this, click on this. Make as many of those as we can. Go in here and type in energy. Hit the U at the same time. And find the mechanism energy. There it is. At need gold dust. Of course we need gold. So if I go back down here then, click on this, type it in here, find the energy card again, right click on this, on that, go to our crusher, on this, that, then we can here, go to this, where we take our thing here, put it in our crusher. Should then be able to go here and type in gold. Click on this. Click 500. Next. Start. And yeah, of course, now we do need to probably find that crusher wherever I might have put it. Where might I have put it? I don't think I put it over here. Right? Because that's patterning that. This patterns this. Over here. It might be over here. This pattern provider right now is, oh yeah, providing patterns for this thing. So that and that provide patterns for that thing. None there. Not there. That's a thing. This is everything for this setup, so it's definitely not there. It's not over here. Not over. Where did I put this thing? Not back there. I don't see it there. I don't see. Oh, it's up here. It's up here. Here we go. I found it. Um, so that should have been able to put gold into here. So if we go like this, say side config, make that an input and an output, right? Because we want it to be both. Then we go back to this and tell it auto eject on. There we go. take it, make it, put it back in here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good, good, we're good. Then I should be able to now click on this and click on this and go like this. We make 64 of these, where we will bring these over. Shift right click them on there. We are only going to do 16 of the speeds onto here. Let that do that. Doing that, we now have all this diamond dust that we can dump into here. And by doing that, we could also go like this, and this here's where this and say at fun. I'm going to grab one of these, where I am going to end up making a big mess out of our stuff again, even though I just spent a lot of time unmessing it. But we will go boom, boom, and boom. Go like this. Why is it not? Come on. Fall back down there. It's weird that it's not letting me. Unless this has something here stopping it from. Yeah, it's weird. Weird. Why won't it let me? I don't know why it's not connecting. There we go. Stop that. And like that. And then sadly, I did just remember I don't necessarily want these ones. At fun, we're definitely going to want these ones here. I go like this and back up, put that there, 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 there. We back to here and connect that one. And then we can disconnect all of these from each other. This one, get all of that. And this one here, it's redstone blocks. So if we go, actually, grab these right here real quick, put there. And I think we want to actually make sure this set to extra. And extra will go there. I don't want to stick. Okay. And yeah, we go here like this. Set that to extra. That to extra. Set that to extra. Pretty sure that's what we want to do. Now, if I go here and we click on this, it goes all down, and then we should be able to throw these here and there. And you can see that'll put it in the extra just like we want it to do and be good. Okay, good. Now we still want to go back in here, type in diamond real quick, get out another diamond, just fill this up again, put those speed attachments in there. There we go. Fill that up with diamond. Now we also want to go here, type in Bob. We can get obsidian as well. Same thing. That's going to make a lot more obsidian than we could deal with. So we'll fit in there. So, and we can throw all of it in there. So, and then that just that again. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And of course that is filled, so we do want to come in here, go down to functional storage again, grab one of these. Actually, let's go ahead and grab a couple of these just because. And we'll go ahead and one in there, there, and there. Do that. Okay. And that should be filled. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I completely messed that up. Okay, yep, never mind. So we want to go like this for now. Completely forgot that this was that. It wasn't the other way around. Do I have any speed upgrades? 32 speed and 32 energy in this. This still takes a while to there. Okay, though, but we need to take this down and put it over here for right now, where we could then grab another, grab it like that, and then come down here, grab this, throw it in there. We'll then go ahead. I don't have my things to lock them on here, so we'll go like that and boom, and click on that. Throw that down there. Nice. This still gonna be useful here because we can go like that. Now we just have a lot of obsidian dust though. Do that. Okay. Then, yeah, we can go here, type in red. Press U on this. Of course, it's gonna be that, isn't it? So no, we'll go ahead, go back to here, and I do have a block over here. Where I can go like this and make blocks, put in there. And then we should be able to do the same thing with blocks of coal. Put them in there. Yeah, perfect. So that's filled, that's filled, that's filled, and that's filled. Okay, good. Now again, we go in here, type in copper, take out a bunch of copper. So then click on this one, put it in here. And I'm curious. Super curious, super curious. Let's go ahead, come back over here. Again, I don't know why I came all the way over here. I could easily do it in the thing. Basic tier. If I go ahead and go into here, say 4 of these, right? Click next, click start. Those got made in the thing, right? I just want to try something real quick. Go here and we click on this, grab this out. Go ahead, grab some dye real quick because it's not going to do anything because that's filled. So we'll go ahead, grab 2 black dye. Then head to the world engine where I put one of these here, that there, put black dye on the far side, white, white, black, right? And if I go like this, okay, so it won't pull these out of there. Okay. I was hoping it would be able to pull things in there. Pattern access terminal, show high patterns, block, compatibility induction card, priority. Yeah, so I guess we can't do it. Okay, whatever. We could just break that. And we apparently don't have space in our inventory for that, so we that boom, go. And with that, we can head back home. all these basic cards. Can I upgrade these to basic users as well? Ooh, I can. Which lets me do 3 at once. I'd be able to go like that. Just make so much more at once. Of course, we don't have another advanced card, so we can't just make one advanced. Go like that and say auto sorting. Essentially, almost keep clicking like that. Perfect. That used up some of the redstone. Okay, perfect. Okay, then we can do the same thing. This, turn on auto sorting. That, and sadly though, this doesn't fill up quite as fast. That, so it does go quite a bit slower. And we did use up all of our diamond. Okay. Is there another way to go? Ooh, let's see. So if we go like this and say, actually, I just click here, press U on this, not U on that. We want to click that on that, so we can do that. So we can put diamond in there. So we can put either enriched diamond, diamond dust, or a basic chemical tank that's got. If I hold shift when it does that, so it does that. So a basic chemical tank with diamond. I click on that. I'm not sure how you get diamond into basic chemical. Because that's just a lot of diamond that we're do this if we do it like this. So if we diamond, bunch of that out. This there, put that there. There. Grab another stack. Then what I could do as well is we could break this here. I am going to go ahead and break this power cable and put it. Oh, I don't want to jump that far. Put it right there. That power still goes in there. Then we will add that. This where that. This. There we go. And we tell this that downwards be our output, right? There we go. Perfect. And then throw all that in there. And that'll output all of it into here as well. Perfect. There we go. And then grab it from here. Go and throw it in here. Then we can go get our way to lock it. Don't really care too much about linking these. So go ahead and lock all of these like so. Just so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I think we're good there now. That we can now, that's doing that. I was like, why is that still down? But yeah, okay. It, this, type in diamond again, pull out another whole stack of it. There we go. Start putting here. And I'm sure this is using up so much of our power, but that's fine. We got plenty. We got plenty of power, and we'll be getting even more of it shortly. There we go. That. Once it's done, grab it out of here like so. Throw it up there, and there we go. Now we got lots. So we have decent amount of this as well. So we can go grab these out of here. And put them in there. That's going to run into essentially the same problem. Now need obsidian dust thrown in here. So let that go in there. It'll take quite some time, isn't it? Because of the way it does it, because this thing doesn't go fast enough. Why it would be good if we had a way to put the diamond dust into a chemical tank. Don't know how to do it. Item chemicals. We would need an item to chemical, so we would need a purification factory. Okay. So if we made a purification factory, diamond into it, we could then turn the diamond into a chemical, pump it directly into here. That might be the better way to do it, but now we'll just that. Probably going to use up all of that, right? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, but whatever. We now have a lot of all of this. It should be here. Throw all of this into here, and then we go back down to mechanism. Right click on this, and we make 10 of those, and we're missing basic now, which needs this one here. So that gets osmium, I believe. Osmium. There we go, like that. And we fill this with osmium. Get a bunch of those. Perfect. Really, we could just take all of this out of here for now. All of it. Computer, and sadly we don't have enough for all of those, so rest of these back in here. And now I should be able to go in here down to mechanism. Click on this, click on 10, click next, click start. Let that do that. Perfect. And of course, it probably doesn't have anywhere in the system for it to go. I don't even know which one it makes it in. Makes it in that one. Yeah, so it made it in that one. It's not in here, so it's definitely in our system again somewhere right there. Perfect. So with that, we can now click on here. Click on this, go like this, and make ourselves the chemical solution chamber. And we can go here and click on this and make ourselves the isotopic centrifuge. Okay. So the chemical dissolution chamber, this we want, I'm assuming, to put something that's not one of these things here in there. I don't think we want to make all this. I think this case, this here is, I'm pretty sure what we're making. We're going to put the fluorite gems into it for the hydrofluoric acid. Right? Because the hydrofluoric acid then goes into the condensing to make liquid. I don't know. We'll find that out here in a second. Gotta break all these stupid things. Takes way too long to brush them and everything. That's why they're not worth it. Okay, so we click on here. Nope, we click on here. Click on that, and it wanted us to make all that. So, yeah. First, use sulfuric to break down the fluoric, or to make that into hydrofluoric acid in a chemical dissolution chamber. The second, rich uranium ingots into yellow cake uranium before oxidizing into uranium oxide. finally combine the hydrofluoric acid and the uranium oxide in a chemical infuser before piping it into the isotopic centrifuge to produce fizzle. Okay, so we need to enrich that into some stuff. So we need, again, we're going to go like this. We're going to say chemical dissolution chamber. Okay, so this here we need to put, again, we're just going to press U on this, right? Click on this and we go back to this. We're going to need to put fluorite gems in there. Click on here, you type in flow. Oh, we should have a lot of those. Pretty sure I might have typed that in wrong. Yep, it's FO. Yep, 14,000 of them. Just grab a stack of them real quick. Throw them in here. With, again, so if we press U on that, chemical dissolution chamber, we need sulfuric acid first. So we need sulfuric acid, which we get from item into chemical in a purification chamber. We could also turn the truss that and that into it, or we can decondense liquid sulfuric acid. We do have some of. We could honestly get a lot more now that we have a better source of lava. I could put it into here, but then we'd also need to make the other things. So we go into here and type in. No, never mind. We didn't want to type in that. Want to go here, type in sulfuric acid, right? Because we sulfuric acid item to chemical. We want a purification thing, so we're gonna need enrichment chamber. Then with the enrichment chamber, need some of these. So let's grab of those. That there we go. So we now have an enrichment chamber. That enrichment chamber will get, not the enrichment chamber, the purification chamber. Right? Sulfuric acid, purification chamber, injecting. I don't see. I don't see how chemical dissolution chamber, is that actually what I need? Because I didn't see one in here that's had like sulfur. Items to chemicals. Okay, so actually it looks like that's what we actually need. We just need another chemical chamber. We didn't actually need this. Whatever, fine, whatever. So we'll go back in here, we'll click on this. Go to this, osmium compressor with refined obsidian dust. Find obsidian dust we get in one of these. Okay, so that's what that is, right? So we already knew that. So we come over here. We don't have any more in there. It's all filled in there. Go like that. Goes in there. There we go. So we got that. Take this and we, again, throw it into here. We could get that. We could get that in there, but we want just an osmium compressor. Yeah, so we want just an osmium compressor. I'm sure we have one somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure where. So I'm just going to grab this and make another one here. And we will connect that. Click here. Where I take that. This, we press again U on this osmium compressor. So we just need osmium there. Osmium. We'll grab out a stack of that. here. So that is slow as hell. Go like that. There we go. Then we can just run over here. We click this, throw it in there. But we can then click this to make another one of these. So that we will put right here. And with this, I should be able to grab sulfur. Got a decent amount of. Throw it into here. And it'll make sulfuric acid at a very, very slow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. That gets that to be sulfuric acid. And needed to put the fluorite gem in it. Okay, so actually, yeah, we didn't even need this. Gosh, I'm not very smart. We could put that in there. Of course, it doesn't have any power yet, so we'll grab like this. We'll go like this. We'll press B. We'll grab this. We'll put some power back here. Find it real quick. Back in here. Type in at power. Just enter gate out. Put right there. Give us that. Okay, so we need ways to get some stuff in, right? So we will need ourselves another wireless. Go here, wireless. Okay, we actually have two of them. Perfect. We are also going to need an interface. Click on here, next, start, and we'll wait for that to make that. Then put that right there. Lie down. I think the thing I need here. Yep. That will take down here. I don't somehow accidentally climb all the way up that. Here. Put that there. Or shift right click to clear settings. Click on that one. All the way back up here. On that one. Okay, perfect. And then we should be able to click on this. Type in interface and say, okay, why is that didn't go in there? Because we probably don't have it in a system. But I'm assuming one of these. We have an ME interface. We can do that. Come over here, click there, go like that. So we have one in our system. If we have to make another one at some point, we can do that. Okay. I can now click on this. Right click on here. We'll go ahead and go this and type in sulfur, where we grab this out, go like this. Tell that we want to hold 64 of it. Then click here, type in pipe, take out that. We'll have a bunch of those in there. But then we go here, that, go this. And this one here will go like this, that. I don't know why it's like, hey, we could put items in there. We don't want to put items in that. We do want to put an item in here. I can go shift click, not shift click. You then add that to that and go like that. Where I go here. That should work. Why is that not? That should be able to pull the sulfuric acid out of there, sulfuric powder out of there, put it in. Actually, wait, no, that's why. That's why. Input item extra. There we go. And that'll start filling that up with that. If this fills up with hydrofluoric acid, And then we also want to go ahead, click on here, type in FLU, grab out a fluorite gem where we want to put this here and this here. Want to then click on this, add fluorite gem to that. Then click here and go to this, where that should be item input, right? Wait, I think I need to go. Well, boom, there we go. And that now has everything it needs there. That'll fill up with sulfuric acid. This will fill up with that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then with this, we go over here. We press U on this. This. I'm assuming that's what we need to do. We need to make this here. So make, okay, yep. So we need to make that there. So we need hydrofluoric acid to get combined into a chemical infuser. We need to make ourselves another chemical infuser. Right? So I'll go here and type in chemical infuser right over here. I'll make some more basic tanks real quick. So, and a couple of these because we're going to need a couple of those. And then I clicked the wrong one. There we go. Chemical infuser. Boom. That can end up going right here, where we could do that. And granted, it honestly could have went back over here one, right? Which is fine. Pressure. Ultimate pressurized tube. Put there and there. That it'll fill that up with the hydrofluoric acid. Then that does this. Boom. Okay, we're good there. Now we just need to get the, if I click show recipes, we need to get this. So we need to get to the uranium oxide. Uranium oxide we get either by decompressing liquid uranium oxide or a chemical oxidizer, yellow cake uranium. It just means we're going to need to get a chemical oxidizer. So we'll go like this and cover over this, and we need either a personal chest or a personal barrel. Make one of those real quick that we can get a chemical oxidizer. Go right there. That will have a tube between it, and this will have its chemicals output that way. Okay. Now we just need to get the yellow cake. Yellow, right? The yeah, this here. We'll get the yellow cake uranium, which we get in an enrichment chamber, putting uranium ingots to a thing there. Then that's the case. We need an enrichment chamber, so we here and click here. Gotta do it in this, right? We press R here and here. There we go, and enrichment chamber. I should be able to technically put right here, because this is outputting. We want that to be an input, right? Yeah, we want that to be an input. Want that to be an output. And if we grab some uranium, right? Grab some uranium ingots. Here, go like that and throw that in there. Then power it so it's powered. And look at this. That'll be boom, yellow cake uranium. We could also go like this and automatically auto inject. Of course, we need power to this as well. That, and now we do this, and we are now getting this here, which we then take that, pump it into an isotopic centrifuge, which is this, so we could go boom, boom. Grab these couple things that bee left us. And with that, if we put this right here, this should now go with sides. That's an output. So that's actually not had to go into. So that's an output. Break that real quick. If I put that right there, then it'll do that. We'll now get fizzle fuel. Yeah. Okay. We do need to connect it to power. Break that, 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 and that. We can get power over to it. Of course, we're going to break under it. There we go. Okay. So that gives us the fizzle fuel. We could then go in here, type in tank, right? Press U on this real quick to just upgrade it once. A better tank that we could put right here. Go like that, and that's filled up with fizzle fuel. And then we click on this, go like this. And we will input from there, which will fill that up with fizzle fuel. Perfect. Perfect. Then, probably, if I go like this, craftables. Did I make this craftable thing? Ultimate pipes. I don't think I did. I don't think so. Yeah, we didn't make those a thing. Let's go ahead and run all the way over here real quick. Where I click on this and we press R on this. Click on this. That. Press R on this. Go like that. Press R on this. That. And we can press R on this. Go like that. There we go. Then we'll come over here. And we'll throw two of them in this one. Two of them in that one. And I should be able to now go here. See that we have the ultimate pressure tube. Click on this. Click on 50. Gonna do 56 of them. Start. We'll that craft that. It made all of them. Perfect. What I should then be able to do is go here. Grab out all 56 of those. Where I then take it out of this. Right? That's how we did it over here. No, actually, we don't even need that. Okay, never mind. So we'll go like this and we'll break this. Break that. And we will grab our smart cables. We then needed a import. We need an import bus. So let's go here. Export bus. I don't think we have an import now. So we'll go in here and type in import. So that we can make ourselves an import bus. And we will put it not there. I'm looking at the top of the thing. we go. We'll grab this. Put the import bus there. Then we can go like this. Boom, boom. And connect this over to here. Like so. There we go. Boom. And with that, we should now, that should be going down possibly, maybe. If we go in here, I don't see fizzle fuel. Okay, so I don't see the fizzle fuel here. Did I have to do something in here? No, I did not. It just automatically taking it out and putting it into chemical card. That's it, right? So we have one type, but we are only using that. So why will it not put more that? Unless fizzle fuel is a liquid. No, because we're using a chemical to pump it out of there. So actually, we might have go in here, put that as an output. Now it is going down. Okay, now we should be able to click on here, type in fuel, and you can see we are getting fizzle fuel. Okay, perfect, perfect. And like this one here, we don't even have our things in there to extract it out faster, but we have that. Okay, but now I can come over here. We can press this. We can click on this. We could turn that sound, that sound, that sound, and that sound off. Ooh. Okay, perfect. So we got fizzle fuel being made. That's being made there. That's being made there. Yes, perfect. So what was the next step that we needed to do? So if we go back up to here, right? We need the antimatter, which we get later. So if we click on this, we can get to the thing here. So we also have this here, which is a whole radiation suit. So if we go ahead and click on this, type in radiation, there we go. We click on hazmat suit, hazmat mask. What's that using? That's using lead. Okay, perfect. Hazmat gown, hazmat pants, hazmat. We have 2 extra orange dye because, yeah, boom. Grab that. And then if we go in here and we type in waste, get the radioactive waste barrel. Press U on it, and that would give us the radioactive storage component if we had one of these. But nuclear waste can decay, and we can't really. Okay. Okay, though, but we have that, we have that. So now we just need to figure out how we get the other stuff, right? So if we click on here, we will need to make this here. The Fission Reactor takes fizzle fuel and coolant and convert them into nuclear waste and hot coolant. Fusion reactors do not generate power by themselves, but they can produce steam that can be pumped into a turbine. Okay, yeah, so that was how we could get power. We could steam into a turbine, or we could just put it in a thing and do a thing. Okay. We're going to need to make a lot of these things. Because we're going to need those in order to get the plutonium and polonium. that we then would need to get the next things we need and stuff like that. So, that being the case, let's get into making ourselves a thing. So, at mech up here, mech, and is that button so we can actors. We're gonna then go back and see how much of what we. So we're gonna need 24 casings, 4 ports, and 6 glass, and then 1 of each. Okay. So we need 24 casings. Go here. That's 24. We also ran out of the things, but I'm assuming these are going to use casings. Yes, they are. Go like this and grab some of these casings. Here, click on this, click on this. Make a full stack of those because we're going to need quite a bit more later. Make 24 of those. So then here, 2 of 4 of those. Press R on this. Make 2 more of those. Go. We then needed 1 of these. Fission fuel assembly. And the scroll rod assembly. I'm pretty sure I need more. Like the basic. And it said we wanted some glass as well. Find that reactor glass. There we go. To make that, we need some enriched iron. Need to throw some iron into our thing over here. Grab stacks of iron. Bring it here. Click on this. Go that. Let that do that. Should have enriched iron in our system, so I can just. Oh, we don't. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay. We'll go ahead and I think there's a spot here. Yes, it is. Boom. Then we'll get back up here where we click on this, and click on reactor glass, and that. Weird that it didn't complete it because it did. It just yeah. Okay. So, fusion reactor logic adapter. Babysitting a fusion reactor setup is important when it comes to when it first comes online, but there are other things to starts running fine on its own. This doesn't need to come at the call. Okay, yeah, because we need to make one of these, otherwise, or 2 of these, otherwise it might go boom. Okay, so go like that. And like that. There we go. Have 2 of those. Okay, so that's that quest complete. Okay, which also gives us apparently 4 more. Oh, we only need to make 1 to get 4. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Okay, so this, does it show us how we build it? Yes, it does. Right there. So that's how we build it. Of course, we can make it massively larger than, like, massively, massively. But I don't know if we want to do this. Block is the first one, smallest being a 3 by 2 or 3 by 4 by 2, and the largest being an 18 by 18. 18, the okay, so do I want to just make a massive one of these here? Maybe. I don't want to just do it above or below here. Let's see if we could find our. I think I might just do it low. If I figure out the right thing. There we go. So we have that. I want to make it, even though we have like all this stuff here, but like none of this is loaded. It's also right above the cows. So I think what we're going to do is I think I'm going to do some stuff. We're going to do some stuff, right? I'm going to go ahead and do a big area clean out. We will come back, guys, to see it. Okay, we are back with a big tunnel up above now. Go like this, so we fly up here. We now have this big room up here where our bees have gone to. And I missed a section right here. All. So we can get that filled in. Boom, there we go. Okay. Our bees decided they wanted to come up here for whatever reason, which is fine. And now we should be able to go ahead, just make this thing here. Of course, like I said, we could make it bigger than it said. So I think we're going to just start over in this corner right here. Just on this side of this. I think we're just going for now. Do essentially what it said. Make it basically what 4 by 5 by 4, whatever. I'll just make it 5 by 5. We'll definitely need more of these. Sure. And we'll definitely need some other stuff. Let's see, that's 5. That's up. Yep, so this. And we'll put that in there. Okay, and we're definitely going to need a lot more of those. Oh no, I hear some rustling. Our axe out. Have her sword on us. Boom. Yeah, that's right, goat. You go away. Okay, so we will need a lot of this stuff here. So I know I'm going to need at least 2 of these. And at least 4 of these. Need 1 for stuff, one for water in, coolant in, or something like that. I don't remember. And glass. I think we're supposed to have some. I don't remember if there's a roller for this or might just quite literally be controlled by these guys. But we'll go ahead and click on this again. Click on this. Scroll down to here. So we have that. Yeah, okay. So basically it was filled with that. Okay, so yeah. Put this right there. Good. But I want that right there. No, I don't think I do. Then I can see those red dots on the inside, so I don't think I like that. Grab that. We're gonna go in here though, turn this off. Anything we do get, we back. So this here, this here. We then want to click on this, back into here. Yeah. Yeah. That are up there. No, just that one that you gave me. Okay. Grab a full stack of these. Then, boom, boom. So, actually, that wasn't where I wanted. Whatever. We'll just fill up this entire side with these instead of having glass on all the sides. Not like it matters, right? Glass is just there to make it look prettier. Go get that filled in there. And we are going to need some more of the fuel assemblies. On here. Don't know exactly how many we're going to need. At least a couple more. Okay. I think in a 5x5, this would have to be like that. And no, it doesn't go down to that one there. That and that. Okay, so we are one short on our fuel assemblies. I think it's just the tank. And so we'll make a couple more of those. Fuel assembly. I think goes like that. Put these there, which we will need one more, which means we need these. Grab a couple more of those. Go. Boom, like so. Then I'm pretty sure close it off and boom, it's done. Now if we click on this, you could basically tell these if it's at high temperature, if it's at critical waste, damage, that. So we might actually need even more of these. Go ahead and just do that and put all 4 of these in like so. Okay. Fusion reactor logic. So this one here is redstone mode. I'm gonna have to look this up again to see what this, or to get these to trigger. Because I definitely want these to trigger if it breaks. So I'm gonna go look that up real that out again. Okay. Okay, so I looked it up. I had to go back and look. Yep, went back and looked at my stakes. So we need to make some redstone alloy real quick. Speaking of which, I don't remember where I put my alloy smelter there. Hmm. Not over here. It's not there. It's not there. Of course, yeah. Like I said, I don't know where I put half the stuff that I have. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. I remember now. It's over in here, right? Yeah, it's over here. Okay. So we're gonna need some redstone and some silicone. And we take these and we put them in here. Speed that up. There we go. Got some redstone out of the way. That makes some red wires. So now we can head back up here. And that, I think, how do we want to set this up? I need to put a, yeah, so in here, type in at red, a pulse gate. We need to make a pulse gate. So on here, I think it's a pulse gate anyway. Might have been not gate. Yeah, not gate. That's what we need. Not gate. Stone plates, which is that. So like that. Can't do that. There we go. So there's some stone plates. Then we need a not gate. Or yeah, I think that's what we need is a not gate. Then I don't know if these can actually go on the corners. I wonder if these can go in the corner. If they go in the corners, that'll make this much. Go ahead, take all that down. take down a corner and corner. Go like that. No, I don't want that one. That one. The glass. Rest of this place. Why not? And we want that actually facing that way. And this goes up this way to here. Like that. And then there's that one. Okay, so this one here. Click. It didn't actually work with. That should still be fine, actually, because I think go like this, right? Put that back right there. We could probably still do this the way it was. Uh, that there, that there, that there. That'll work. Here, this right here. And if we click on this, we could set that to disable. Take this, say if it's high temperature, send a red pulse. That. And here we could do critical damage. One here we could do damage critical, or critical waste, and then damage, and then we could do insufficient fuel. So if there's insufficient fuel, that should pulse out and disable it. And if we come over here, I click active, good. I don't know why it didn't. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, that should have sent a redstone pulse into this. And if it said redstone mode insufficient fuel status output, outputting it now, like that one says idle. This is supposed to be. Okay, I think it's supposed to be the like that. Yeah, and then if I was to click on this, you can see how it says outputting because right now it's got a redstone signal. So if I went like this, activate. I clicked on that and said disable. Actually, I got one on activation, right? We'll just go and put it on activation. Clicks that. Click that. And we change this to insufficient fuel. Now outputting a redstone signal, this should be turned off. I'm trying to remember how to do. Pretty sure that's what that is. It's not gate. And that should have that. Right now it's off. Does that. So whatever. Let's go ahead and go grab some things from down here. I think this here is what we're gonna. I think we need this. Got one thing of water in it. We will need. Actually, I don't want one of those. I want one. I need better one. So click on here. I don't think I ever made a thing for it. So let's go ahead. Well, I could actually just click on this, right? And we click on this, and we see. Did I ever make? Not at least here. Go here, and we go to there either. Go ahead. Anyways, and grab one of these. So I can go like this easier. We just press U on that. Click on this. Go like that. And click here. Go like this. And put it down here in the correct dummy one. Then I should be able to click on this type in PIP, click on here, and say to make 3, but we are missing some empowered redstonia crystals apparently, so let's go ahead and make those. Don't have any of them in the computer as themselves. All full, that's all full. Got an empty one there. So then I should be able to click here. Again, just go over to this. Find our thing that we're looking for. Type, so it's probably closer down. Here. Go like that. Click next. Click start. And I know those can get put into the computer system. So yeah, they get made. Be able to do that. Here. Back to stored and craftable. Go here to them and get those out. Okay, then we can get up here where we will put water down there. Click on that. I guess I put my here. There we go. Grab our wrench from here. Put that in there. And that'll fill up with water. Very, very slowly. I don't think we have integrated dynamics. At enter. No, we do not. I don't have integrated dynamics, which had a much, much better fluid thing. But that's fine. That should still be easily putting plenty of water in. Of course, we would, or if I had the ability to put more water in there. So let's go here. Grab these out. Throw them in there. That should be even more water being thrown in there. We don't have an extremely great. Well, actually, technically, we do have an extremely great infinite water source, don't we? I mean, we could make it in here, can't we? WATER. Think, anyways. I think there was a infinite water. Don't see it. There it is, right? Infinite water from the Echo Shop. The catalyst. Okay. So we go to the catalyst. Now let's go on. Head over to the catalyst, wherever he is. Click on here. Go ahead and buy your infinite thing of water and say thank you, sir. That's all we needed. And then we should be able to go in here, click on this where we have infinite cobblestone thing and that. I should be able to go like that. And that'll give us infinite water. We can now go like this here. We click on this where we will need to grab ourselves a wireless terminal thing again. So I'll need to go in here and make 2 of those. Click next. Click craft. And then an interface. So we go like that. Click next. Click craft. Okay, then we can grab our interface out. Be able to put the interface. I'm going to put it right there. I am going to break that, however. And on this side, we are going to have 2 different fuels or 2 different things going in, right? So we're going to need the fission fuel going in. and the water going in. So we'll have to grab some more. Why is this doing that? Is that just not set up to go in again? That should have been crafted in here. Why are they not? Why are we not doing? We have an import bus. Should be able to pull it out and put it in there. Don't know why it's not. Whatever. We'll go ahead and go like that then. Hit cancel. And then we're going to start with the one down below. Where I will this shift right click to get that. Put that in there, click that. We're probably using up one massive amount of power with all these wireless things, but it is what it is. Put it there, and that, which gives this power. That, find water. Tell it to always store a lot of water. I said, well, come on. Go, so I can always store water. Then we'll go here and type in pipe again. Take out all of these. And go like that. For being able to get water out of here. Boom, like that. So we should now have no problem ever keeping water inside of this. Now we just need to get the fuel. Go in here and type in fuel. Find the fission fuel. It might be a ET fuel. There's fission fuel. Pull that over here. And then we should be able to take that out of there into here, right? That's what the fission fuel gets. Check if we press U on that. That goes in the fission reactor. Makes steam and nuclear waste. Unless we put sodium in it, then it would make superheated sodium and nuclear. Okay. That's fine. That's fine though. On the output side of this, go here, we press B. Thought we had some stuff in here. Okay, I'm not sure. So if I clicked on this right now, we don't have any fuel in there. Get the fuel from here up to there. So I here type in pressure. So we grab these pressurized tubes and grab them here like that. And there's supposed to be a way. I think we need the mechanism wrench. Need to go in here and type in mech. At mech. And there should be the mechanism wrench. Here, the configurator. Where I should be able to go like that. Tell that to pull. And then it filled that up. Okay. So you can see that. Got that all filled up. Boom. My chunk already has a spectral light. That has a spectral light. That one. Okay, so right now, as you can see, it's all idling. So if I went like this, I activated it, it's now turning on. It should be making nuclear waste and steam. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off real quick because we need to do something with this nuclear waste and steam. So, the steam, I'm pretty sure, is also a chemical. So we'll be able to go like this, like that, and tell it to pull. How do we tell that one that that one is? Hmm. I don't remember how to tell it. This one is the out, or which one? Let's try and figure that out real quick. I will be back at it. Okay, I figured it out. So with the wrench, right? You change it to, you shift and then change the mode via scroll wheel. Change it to chemicals, and then you can shift right click to, it starts an input only. You can change it to output waste, output coolant, and then that one the other way there. Okay, so with that, I should now be able to go like that, and that will output steam into there, and that will output the waste into there. For now, the waste kind of go into this radioactive barrel right here, and the steam. So if I push the button, like this, grab chemical tank, right? Grab a basic chemical tank that we put top of here, fills it up with steam. We can tell it to dump excess, and it'll go into there, and any excess gets dumped. We don't really need steam right now. Now, if I click on this and I click activate, as you can see, this is gaining waste. I don't remember how much it can hold, but it's gaining waste. That is pumping steam. That is pumping steam. We might need a bigger tank there, because that's probably going to get too much. That'll probably get too much. But water is flowing very, very poorly. That is that. So we need, that's sucking water, because it's basically only pulling one water out of there. How do we, is there a way to get water there? Let's go ahead and turn it off real quick. I mean, because like I said, we're making waste, but yeah, okay. So, is there a way to get this? Oh, set amount in stock. So if I set 100 buckets, hit set. But the most you could have is 100. Is that four? Really? Okay, well that's not enough. 4 buckets. Yeah, yeah. Well, I could always go ahead, go in here. I accidentally double clicked again. Type in water. Roll up. Find water and put it on rest of these, right? Yes. So like this. I don't know if I can put these other with these cards like, so I'll check those in just a second. And we'll just go like this for all of these. right? Set all of this to a zillion buckets. Okay, so now it's got what? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buckets. And up here we could put induction, fuzzy, and crafting. Don't know what all of those. Go ahead. Induction card. I hold G. Induction card turns the provider into a flux accessor, allowing them to input output energy. Okay, so I'm not too worried about that one. The other one is the fuzzy card and the crafting. Fuzzy. I'll hold G. Well, let's see. Do I see fuzzy card behavior? Blah blah blah. Overflow. Fuzzy cards. Let devices and tools filter like damage or whatever. Okay, so that basically would let you just filter that, and I don't think crafting is going to be a thing then. Or I don't think the crafting card will be a thing. So I don't know if I would want to probably put a buffer. That might be a good idea. So let's go ahead, break this pipe, put this back down that has these in it. Go ahead and here and say at fun real quick and grab out a couple of these. I'm just gonna put that in there. That keep filling up. This is taking out the full amount of water. Then we can go like that. This, shift click there. And hopefully that'll be better. So now if I go like this and we activate, see this is still going up in water. That's still filled with water. That is sucking all of this out, but all with the 3 of these in here, I think we are good now. That's doing that. We're going into here with the excess steam, which that is filling that up pretty quick though, so we might need, I'll go like this and we'll go ahead and press U on that. Down, let's just go ahead and this, that, this, press on that. Make this and do the exact same thing there. Tell it to dump excess. That'll hold a lot more. And we got 2 of them that are dumping excess. Our nuclear waste is going into there, which we will probably be able to pump it out of there. Get to the next part. The turbine is another thing. Of course, it is optional block, blah, blah, blah. Does stuff. We could use that to do all of this to be able to make more power if we wanted to. But for now, we're just going to work towards making this plutonium stuff and making shapes and wrench. Yep, we can do that. We can do this. That. I don't know what the configuration card is or that, so we need basically this stuff here. So that's going to be a pressurized reaction chamber, which gets spent nuclear waste, but we need the plutonium to get that. Plutonium, we need an isotropic centrifuge that we are putting nuclear waste into. So we would need to make another one of these. We could easily do. We could put it right here. Then that right there and right there. That most of it or so that some of it can go into there. I did that. Trying to remember. Pulled that out of there. It goes into there. Good there. Okay, but we do still need to go in here. Type in at how. And go, okay, we can't make any. So let's go here and go like this and say at how. Click on this. Make one of those real quick. So let's go ahead and click on this. We're going to go and just make 10 of these. Let's go ahead and cancel that. Then we'll just let that sit up there. Come down here, click on this. Go click on this, go like that. Boom, perfect. And to make that as well, we need these. Go with that as well. Come in here. Just drop them off. Not. Now if I go here, and actually let's go ahead on this as well. And then click on this, that in there. Then if I come over here, go like this and say at how, I should be coming here. Click on this, click 10, click next, start, and let that make that. Okay, perfect. Okay. And we got power. Grab some more. I'll bring it over here where I go like this and like that. And here, let's go take these out. Put that right there. That will now have this getting nuclear waste, which then puts out. But it does have a radioactivity, but it will not stay inside of a radioactive waste barrel. Put it inside of a. Okay, but then I think we could also technically go into this. I think we could go into here. I think we could set this burn rate 25, right? I'm not even sure what burn rate it's even at. If we go in here, set the burn rate to 1 then. That's going to be... Okay, at that point, that is now sucking that water out like nothing. That's definitely too high. Set this to 0.025. And we are getting water back, so then we'll go here. 0.5. And we are still getting water in there. Very slow. Okay. Okay, so if we have it on 0.5, that should be giving us even more nuclear waste. Yes, it is. Okay, which gives more of this plutonium. And then again, this plutonium we would combine with whatever, and yeah, so we could store it inside of one of those, or we could just take it straight into a pressurized reaction chamber with fluorite dust and water. Which kind of sucks that everything's there. I almost want to take us down with the steam over here, put the water over here, And yeah. But that's fine. We're fine. We are getting polonium and whatnot now. So again, what we could do is we could go in here and actually let's click on this again and see what it said. What was it we needed to make? A pressurized reaction chamber. So if we click on that and look over here, it said we already had a pressurized reaction chamber saved. There we go. It's right there. Need an enrichment. Wait, did we? Did we make one of those? It's a purification. Okay, so no. So we'll go in here, then press U with that. Click on this. There we go. With that, I could put it right there, but we do want to, if we're going to do that, break that and that and that, so that we can take our power underneath to here. Put that right there. Get the plutonium in it. That, then we can go down here. Let's go ahead, come over here, grab one of these, come over here. I don't even know how much water thing is set to do. Okay, so it's set to do 1. That's not water. That's not water. One has water in it, but how much? Just 1. Okay, so we're gonna need to go get another thing for water. So on. Grab this guy. I'm pretty sure he's the one that sells the water ones, right? Nope. Okay. Didn't think so. I thought so, but I figured he probably did. Water here is sold by the fabricator. So thank you for not having what I needed. Thank you for having what I needed. And we're going to go ahead, get a couple of those, and head back home. Like that. There we go. Where we come over here, we can put that right there. With 3 of those in there, even though we only need 1. That right there. Go like that so that that gets water in it. Then it'll have water and then it'll get plutonium in it. Honestly, like I said, we only need that, so go ahead and do that. Just get that filled, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So with that, we just need fluorite dust. So doing with that means we gotta do some other stuff. So if we go in here, do this thing and press U on it and then click here. Click on this. Here we go. Crusher. We go like that. We go like this. There we go. You can then click this and this. Get that. Where we then put this in the crusher one. Go here and type in FOUL. Click this. Click 1000. Click next. Click start. And that'll start doing that, right? And again, it will output it back into, putting it into here because there's nowhere in the system for it. So let's go ahead, get a spot in the system for it real quick. None of these have things on. Fine, whatever. We'll go ahead and there. Come over here, grab one of these. Come back over here. Put that in there. That way there, it'll keep getting even more. Then we can just go ahead right now, grab this. Bring it up to here. Put that in there. Then we look at this as in a pressurized chamber with a full bucket of that. We get sodium pellet. Sodium pellet, because that's what we're making right now, right? Sodium, not. Yeah. That, we could put that in a chemical injector to make that or some other stuff. But I think we need the plutonium. I see that. We need to be able to get these antimatter chickens and stuff. Antimatter chicken requires this thing, which requires antimatter anyways. So, yeah. The neutronium chicken. We got to remember, we need to make one of these. We need to work on seeing how much we need for this. Go ahead. Quickly down here. Click on this. And this is a NEU, where we will a thing for this, make a thing for that, or that. Here, round to this, and go boom. And then if I come over here, and we see this, if I click on this and I said 4, I click next, we are missing 2,000 of those. Still need another 2,800 of those to be able to do that. And I'm pretty sure we're not even at, right? Yeah, see. Don't have any. That mean all of it has been used over here? Ooh, it has. Every single new one we get is putting it into here, get into there. So if we go like this, and we need to basically pause this. Go like that, and that'll pause it, right? We should be fine on DT fuel, I think. If we go in here, type in dash for DT. Yeah, we have 687 buckets. Yeah. Yeah, we might end up having to pause this whole thing. Just so that we can not run out of ET fuel. ET fuel right now is being actually it's yeah, well, we still have to pause that, but okay. Be out of sulfur? Because no, this yeah, we're out of sulfur apparently. This was just making the fizzle fuel. Oh my goodness. FU. Okay, so now that's all the fuel we have here. So come to this thing here, you can see it doesn't even have a full thing of fuel in it. It's using it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off now. That's gonna be a problem. If we were getting sulfur basically from these guys, I think that was the only way we're getting sulfur. Actually, no, we were getting sulfur from the one that was doing the netherrack. Ooh, and we don't have one doing netherrack anymore. So we need to look into another chicken then. So if we go over here and type in sulfur. So to get a sulfur chicken, we need a cold chicken and a yellow chicken. So let's go get those. Cold chicken. So there's cold chicken. There's yellow chicken down here. Oh, there we go. Grab yellow chicken. So, bring you to right here. Grab some of these from here. Throw them there. And speed that process up. There we go. Get a couple sulfur chickens. Blah, blah. Perfect. Way more than needed. Grab our coal chicken back out and put him to there. Grab sulfur chicken. Bring it over to here. Where you'll get almost a full level per of those. I'll bring the rest of them over and throw them in here. Looks like we had a yellow chicken. We didn't have to. That, but we'll back over this. Speed that all the way up. Of course, he is now out of those, so go like this. Goes up. Goes up. That up. That'll get him all the way up to level 128. Perfect. Then probably need to make another roost. I doubt we have any. Here. ROOST. Boom. We need some of these. Those. Boost. Perfect. Perfect. Put that right there. That's gonna fill that up with tier 9 chicken seeds. We can put this in here. We will then come down here. And I do want to, in order to do this good, so it does it right away, all of our stuff, I'm going to come here, take that off of there. I think that's the only thing using it, right? Click here to take that off of there. Put it in there. There we go. So now when we take this down and go like this, do I have item pipes on me? I do. Perfect. Go like that. And like this. That there. Tell it to take out that. And boom, there we go. Perfect. That'll go like that, and that'll just start making that. We can then jump back down here. Grab our linking tool again. Relink it to there. Grab a stack of this out. Get over here. Put it back in there. There we go. That'll fill that up. And that'll keep going. We do want to check and see how much fluorite we have. So FLU. We do have 14,000 of this, but it is probably still going to be using it pretty quick overall. We might still be getting it today. Got a dog named Mrs. Cat and a dog named Husky now. Okay. Of course, we also have another cat over here. We have a cat over here named Booze15. But yes, there we go. So that gave us a reaction chamber and a thing to make some nuclear waste. and all of that. So we could be working towards making our antimatter soon. I think what I might do is see about making even more of these things if we can, because like I said, we need 2,000 of these. Where are they all going? That's weird. So if I go in here, type NEU. When we go to here, stored and crafted, we should still be having some. Where? Like, why aren't they somewhere else that is using them? Then shouldn't be going into here anymore. I took them out of that interface. Not going down here. Shouldn't be going into this thing at all. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't remember what else used the what else would be using those neutroniums that NEU that we would be having this stuff go into. So it's like this is all I see. Yeah. We don't have anything that's auto crafting them into other things. That shouldn't be taking them out of there. You know what? I'm just gonna unlink this then. Not multiple. There we go. Remove. There we go. We'll remove that from there. And hopefully start getting those piling back up again. Because, yeah, it's a lot. I'm curious, though, if I was to grab my thing, I don't even know where oh, there's a roost in there. Should have that bag, right, that has our stuff in it. It's here. Don't know if I could double these up if I have both of them. Find out. Like the advanced time wand, like right now you can see it's going decently quick. If I go like that, it's going even faster. Go like this. I can't tell if that's actually going that much faster. But either way, we need to let this get up to those 2,000 at 2,000 or whatever that we need to make the 4 blocks for the rhodium chicken. Right? Because we need to be able to make this guy. We have pretty much every single thing we need. We can easily get 500 temperature. We have meat. The neutronium block and that. So the heavy core as well is just going to be a heavy core, molten heavy core. That probably just made in here. So yeah, inside of the particle collision, we would get reinforced deep slate and some curium dust. Do that, and if we do that, we'll be able to then make ourselves a neutronium chicken and do the same thing we did here with the time chicken, get him leveled up pretty good so that we have an infinite source of neutronium instead. Because I'm assuming, yeah, the neutronium chicken gives us that. That way there we can get a much faster source of that to make sure that we do not run out of DT. That would be bad. Because we're gonna need that DT fuel to make our reactor, but we also need this. Right now we have this that's doing this, so look at all that we're getting. Probably going to need to speed this up, so go ahead, quickly grab that we will put all of those in there. Put half of that in there. That'll go much, much quicker and be better. Might need to even do it with all of this. Actually, this side over here seems to be our biggest. Oh, yeah, because we need to enrich the. Okay, I need to also go like this. Put this on here. So, over to here. Actually, I do go like that. That's going to start putting sulfur dust in there, which is fine for now. We'll go ahead, go in here, type in PIP. We can make these out. Then we'll go in here and type in your. Get this out. And we will click here and this in there. We'll take that and this out because we definitely don't need to be enriching whatchamacallit into gunpowder, right? Definitely that. That back in there. That out of there. Then we on here. Actually, I didn't put that uranium on me. Here, type in year. Go like that. That out. That keeps that filled with uranium to do that. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Well, anyways, as I was saying, we got a bunch of stuff done there. Thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time for some more StoneBlock4, where we try to also get some more stuff done and things and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Peace out. See you later.